At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
I love my Charmin super mega phone. Last longest, it's TP goals, yeah. Charmin's got 6 rows in one, lasts forever on my buns. Only super mega when I'm cleaning. Charmin's got my boot.
Charmin's Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
At Fred Meyer, everything we sell is guaranteed fresher than fresh because our associates constantly check to make sure everything is at the peak of freshness. That means peeking at the peaches, spying on the steaks, and delving deep into the dairy department. So everything we sell is guaranteed fresh, or we'll make it right. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
At KeyBank, we know you've got a lot in your head when it comes to buying a home. You're full of excitement and angst from all the unsolicited advice and tiny fine print. That's why at Key, you can get our best rates, and you're matched with a dedicated loan officer who is with you step by step from application to celebration. We work hard to make your home buying process easier, so you can get out of your head and into your new home. KeyBank opens doors. Visit key.com/home loan. KeyBank is member FDIC, NMLS number 399797, equal housing lender.
On 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
All right, guys. Back with another one, man. I had my very last show. I explained to everybody that I didn't want to give my review or my full review on Resident Evil 8 because it was. Hold on one second. Yeah, let me do something like that. Because it was. I hadn't beaten it yet, so now that I have, hold on one second. Now that I've beaten it, I can get my full review. So, the game itself, in the whole, is a very beautiful game. Very beautiful. From the textures to the ray tracing, through the how the buildings look when you're walking through the buildings. How the snow just looks as you're walking through the snow and your little trail of your feet are left behind. It's really amazing to see the time. You can tell that Capcom put time and effort into this game. I just beat it last night, and even making it to the end, all the enemies that you gotta fight just to get to the last person, all the things you got to do, the ambiance of everything is just amazing. There's a lot of times throughout the game it gets tense, it gets really, really crazy. Throughout the whole game it gets pretty crazy, but the actual not the bosses but the enemies itself, just the regular enemies, the way they interact when you shoot them, the way their bodies jerking around like the bullets are really hitting them and all that, just like the little details like that, you know. And depending on what kind of gun or what part of the body you hit, it all reacts differently, you know what I mean? So it's just really nice to see something new like this, you know what I mean? Something good like this, you know what I mean? We haven't gotten a real game in a long time, and I know a lot of people are saying that we need more good games and we need it now, you know what I mean? But I'm just glad Capcom is still doing their thing. They're one of the best to do it, you know what I mean? I love the way they do their thing, you know what I mean? When they bring out games, the Street Fighters, the Onimushas, like all these different games that they got under their belt is amazing, you know what I mean? Because they've been around for a lot of years, you know what I mean? A lot of years, and it shows, you know what I mean? It shows the care that they put into their games. I remember when Capcom was a small team, it wasn't even as big as they are now, you know what I mean, as far as the talent goes, you know what I mean? And it just seems like over the years that they just recruited and hired a lot more people to put a lot more emphasis and detail into the games, you know what I mean? So it's just something that you can really appreciate if you're a true gamer, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, just with the enemies, you know what I mean? If you're running away from the enemies and they're behind you, you really feel the panic, like, oh. And that's the beauty of first person shooters like this, like as far as all you see around you is the level, you know what I mean? And you hear the footprints of the enemy chasing you. That's you don't know how far behind you they are, you know what I mean? So it gets kind of crazy, you know what I mean? We haven't had, like I said a few minutes ago, we haven't had games like this in a little while. This is something that I can appreciate, you know what I mean? I love not knowing what's going to happen next, you know what I mean? I love that part, you know what I mean? And it keeps you, because a few people, a few of the other content creators were saying that, well, no, I can't say a few. I seen just a couple, you know what I mean? Like one or two people saying, I'm not gonna give names out there, but was saying that the game, hold on one second. So the game from start to finish, you know what I mean? It starts off completely dark and you're walking through a cold, blizzardy mess of snow, you know what I mean? You got trees falling around you, you got sound effects. It sounds like things are walking around you. You can't see nothing, you know what I mean? All you got is a little light and it barely even shines, you know what I mean? It does its job, but not very well. So I like that part of it. The bosses, each boss has its own little thing that they do, you know what I mean? I like that. They even have some little mini bosses throughout the game too. I enjoyed that. I liked that the way they kind of force you a little bit to go off course, because you got a lot of hidden jewels everywhere. As far as you get to a certain point, they got a blue bird, like a picture with a blue bird on it, and it asks you, where's this location type deal, you know what I mean? So you got to go find the location, find the bird, shoot it, kill it, and then get confiscate the jewel that it drops. I like that. I like how you got to go to the different animals and kill those animals, and then turn it into the merchant, and you get a level up or a heal, or you get something from it. You know what I mean? Like you're just out there doing it for nothing. You take it back to the merchant, and he gives you something. You know what I mean? Or he does something for you. It doesn't feel like it doesn't have a purpose. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I just really like the way each gun feels different. You know what I mean? None of the weapons feel the same. It all feels completely different, and I like that part of it too. You know what I mean? I like the part that none of the bosses, none of the enemies react to you the same. You aim at an enemy as he's coming towards you, he jumps left and right trying to escape the bullet fire that you're giving him. It's really remarkable, man. I love it. You know what I mean? You know. You gotta appreciate the effort that you see in this game. You know what I mean? You got to appreciate it, man. To me, it's amazing, man. You know, and I can't knock it. Even if you tried to knock it or say something bad about it, you know, from us not having any games to a game like this coming out, man, I really appreciate it. And the Capcom, if you're watching this show, or you happen to come across this show, man, no matter what people are saying about this game, because you got your haters and you got the people that love you, love to hate to love. You know what I mean? So, but as far as I'm concerned, I love the game, and I can't wait for you guys' next project. I loved it, man. It kept me on my. This is the first time in a long time that a game has kept me wondering what's to come next. You know what I mean? And it's hard to get me to do that. Next game that I'm playing is Nearer Replica. I'm gonna be playing that today. You know what I mean? I'm trying now, because I be buying so many games. I find myself starting up a game, but then jumping to another one. You know what I mean? I'm never on the same game, so therefore I never beat them. So my plan now is to beat it. You know what I mean? Is to beat the games that I start. So if I start one game, I'm gonna see it all the way through. You know what I mean? I love the way the blood effects in the game works. You know, it's not overwhelming, but it's also how can I say this? It's also it's not overwhelming. It's just enjoyable, you know what I mean? As far as, and I'm not saying enjoyable like, but I'm saying that the game has a lot of perks to it. You know, some things that happen throughout the game, because I don't want to spoil it all for people that hasn't played it yet, because it is a fairly new game. But as far as I can say to you guys is that this game, from beginning to the end, because you got your scare factor. I do want to say this part. As you're trying to complete a code, right? You turn around and you go to the window, because the code, you gotta look through the window to find the numbers, right? When you go to the window, one of the creatures jump down, boom, you know what I mean, off the roof or something like that, right in front of you, out of nowhere. And it's in an area that you wouldn't expect it, you know what I mean? You wouldn't expect it to happen there, and it happens, you know what I mean? It comes out of nowhere unexpectedly. I love those kind of things, and it happens. It ain't the only time that it's happened. Like, you can think that you've gotten away from the boss because he gets quiet, so you're running from the boss, right? Any boss. And sometimes they'll get quiet, and when you look back, they're right in your face. Things like that, man. You running and running and running. First of all, you don't even run that fast. You run, but not a heck of a lot fast, you know what I mean? So the bosses, usually they take 2 or 3 steps because they're so big, they're right up on you. So all of those type of things, and the way the bosses look, the details of it, the tall lady, how long her nails is when she slices at you, her chasing you through that little corridor all around. You know what I mean? That whole little thing right there was crazy. I enjoyed that. You guys need to go back and watch my footage, man, of me getting beaten and beating on some people. So, you know, it was really good, man. It wasn't bad, man. I really, for the all around picture of this game and what it was trying to do, man, I really appreciate it, man. Do I love the third person old school? That's the best. You can't beat the original, even in movies, even in music, because your first one is the best one all the time. You know, I'm gonna say it all the time. Your first one is the best one. That's even with no, I can't say that. I was about to say that's even with kids, but nah, because I'm the second born, so there's only two of us. That'd be putting myself out of place. But yeah, man, if you guys don't got this game, I highly recommend it. You know what I mean? You need to play this game, especially if you ain't got no game to play. I know a lot of people out there playing sports games, because to some of them, they got the MLB The Show that just came out too a little while ago. So you have some games out there, but, you know, if you're looking for a tense, scary game that'll keep you on your edge I'm most part, man, you guys need to get the Resident Evil 8, man. I'm gonna say it again, I highly recommend it, man. It's so far this year, this is my favorite game. And that's saying a whole lot, because I got a few. Even Near Replacement, I like that game. Near Replacement, ooh, I'm a fan of the franchise, so. But to me, that's better than that, you know what I mean? That's saying a whole lot. But we really need to support these kind of games, you know what I mean? We really need to support these kind of games, you know? That way we'll get more games, you know what I mean? Because if people see that these great, amazing games are being supported, and all you need is an amazing game, then maybe, just maybe, we'll get more of these kind of games, you know what I mean? You know, because I don't know about you guys, I'm pretty tired of getting craziness, you know what I mean? I love these kind of games, you know what I mean? The ones that have meaning, you know what I mean? So, you know, the game itself, man, I'm telling you guys right now, it's truly amazing, you know what I mean? I love how every area has its own feel, you know what I mean? Every area don't feel the same. You know, you find yourself going forward, you find yourself going back, but in this game, you feel like it's a purpose for you to go back. You know what I mean? It makes you want to go off the beaten path and find all the hidden gems throughout the game. It makes you want to do that. You know what I mean? Some games that I play, I always just try to go right through it. You know what I mean? Just go right through it. You know what I mean? From beginning to the end, boom. But this game really makes you feel like, hey, you know, you want to find out. It makes you feel like you want to find out what is going to happen once I go find and locate this. You know what I mean? You want to find out what's going to happen if I go off the beaten path to find this gem. What's the situation's going to be like after I find it? You know what I mean? And once you do, and you get the benefit of it, you realize, hey man, this was worth it. You know what I mean? Especially when you go and collect the fish, the goats, I think it's the pigs, like all the animals, man. As you collect them and you take them back to the merchant, you feel like you completed something, that you accomplished something. And I like that part. They don't have just animals and different things in the game that you jot out just to be able to say, hey, I did it. Oh, I did. No, you got a purpose for it. You get something in return. You know what I mean? They don't have you doing things in the game for no reason. I like that. You know what I mean? There's a purpose for everything that you do in the game. And for it to be a first person game, for it to be as long as it is, it's truly amazing, man. I love that, man. I love that. You know what I mean? So just to have the game just to have a game like that in the situations that are going on right now, man, I'm telling you guys, if you guys want entertainment, you want to be scared, on edge at certain points, because you're not going to be scared throughout the whole game, or on edge throughout the whole game, but it has its moments, and some of them come out of nowhere. So I love those type of things, you know what I mean? So, man, you guys, these are the kind of games that we got to support, that we have to get behind, you know what I mean? Stop supporting all these bad games, man. Some of these games that come out are horrible, and some of the content creators be giving great scores, and it gets a 8 point this, a 7 point that, a 9 point. No. And that's why we get crap, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people buy these games, and the developers know that they're cyberpunks, you know what I mean? All these type of games, and you heard what they said when they came out, that they've made their money. They made their money back plus. So, you know, they wasn't tripping, you know, but then they seen how serious it started getting, so they started apologizing, refunding money and all that, because they have, it's a business, and they have to make other games to stay in business, and they want people to go out and to support them. But if you keep putting games out like this, people are not going to trust in you for your product, so they're not going to buy it, you know what I mean? So you have to be able to humble yourself and make good stuff for people to consume, you know what I mean? What else? For the werewolves that was on there, the teeth on these bad boys are ridiculous. The teeth on these bad boys are ridiculous. You know, when they bite into you, you can really feel it on the controller. Like, it's really crazy. You know, it makes the whole game, it just makes you enjoy and appreciate. It reminds you of why you like games in the first place. I'll say that, and that's huge. This game reminds you of why gaming is your hobby. You know what I mean? I'll say that, and I'll leave it alone. As far as the score goes, I give this a flat 9. I give it a flat 9. A high 9, but a flat 9. I give it a 9 out of 10. And this is mangamer, you know what I mean? I give it a 9 out of 10. That's how much I enjoyed myself from beginning to the end. Capcom, if you happen to come across this footage, kudos to you, man. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait for you guys' next adventure on another game. I can't wait for you guys to put out more content. I know you guys got Street Fighter 6 coming out at some point. You guys got to start advertising that. But man, please bring back Onimusha. I love Onimusha, man. I know you guys had got the license all over again. You guys went and purchased the license again, so I seen that. So and so far all we got from that was what did you guys do with that? You guys remastered Onimusha 1. You know what I mean? I got it for Xbox One. I got Onimusha 1 twice. For the PS2, and I got it for the PS5. Well, no, PS2. Hey, wait a minute. I got it for Xbox. That's crazy, right? Because all the Onimushas was for PlayStation. I got it for Xbox, yeah. I'm going to be playing Terminator Resistance at some point too, but I want to get. I'm really enjoying myself in that Nier Automata, Replica. That game has really got my attention too. I wanted to stop playing Resident Evil to complete that because I'm a big fan, but I had to get. I had started Resident Evil, and so I love both games, right? So I had to pick one. So I just went on and finished Resident Evil 8 first. I'm gonna get back on Nearer Replacement, Replica. After a while, I want to take a break. You know what I mean? I've been playing Resident Evil nonstop for the last 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of beat up a little bit. But like I said, you guys, I know it's a lot of footages out there, but you know, on mine, you guys might want to watch mine because you guys can hear, you know, a lot of the different things that's going on in the game, because I don't talk as much as a lot of people. I see a lot of people don't even have to be asked questions or be responding to their subbers, but they just be talking just to talk. I don't do that because I know some people. I mean, every now and then you hear me talk and say things, but for the most part, I want people to hear the gameplay. You know what I mean? The footage, because you never know when something's going to happen out of nowhere. Then you got people saying, "What did they say? I couldn't hear it." And so I talk, but not overwhelmingly talk. You know what I mean? So. And another reason is because I get sucked in, I get drawn in. That's why I like this game. It draws you in, you know, and it doesn't let you go. As soon as it starts up, you sucked in. As soon as it starts up, you sucked in. You know what I mean? And I love that, you know what I mean, about this game. But yeah, Man Gamer, you guys heard this from the Man Gamer show, man. I give this is a 9 to me. You know, other people out there gonna have their own ideas about it, but you gotta think about it, man. it got an 8 from me just from being a complete game. Let me say that again. It got an 8 from me just being a full game and not half-assed, you know what I mean? And fixed over time and finished over time. You know, they didn't put it out beat up, you know what I mean? So I appreciate just that part. Then they got some extra points all the way up to 9 out of 10 because it's a badass game. I love it. You know what I mean? So if you guys haven't had it, I'm going to say it once again, and I'm going to get on up off of here. If you guys don't have Resident Evil 8, I highly, you know, I give this a 4 stars out of 5. You know what I mean? 4 stars out of 5, man. I really enjoyed this game from beginning to the end. You know, now that I've played it for myself, I don't understand what these other content creators are talking about, man. Like, this is a horrible. And then some of them I found out they was taking off the ray tracing, they was taking off this, that, and the other. So they was purposely trying to make the game look as bad and play as bad as they could. You know what I mean? So you can't look at everybody's footage because a lot of people say certain things about games, and then when they come out, now that you can manipulate the game, like take the ray tracing off, take the textures off, all these things, they try to make the game look and play as bad as they can. You know what I mean? So you can't go to everybody's channel and think that you're going to get an honest review. I love this game, man. I ain't got nothing else really to say about this game. I have nothing bad. It's a few little tidbits here and there, you know what I mean? But for the most part, like I said, 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Go get it, guys. Support this game, man. As many as you guys can, get out there and support it. Please go do it, man. It's worth it. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's truly, truly, truly amazing, guys. All right, Man Gamer, man. I gotta get up out of here, you guys. I gotta go get me something to eat and go play around with my dog a little bit. You know what I mean? She misses me, so I gotta go get up out of here and go spend time with her. But remember, guys, don't think twice about it and don't listen to all the negativity that you're hearing because it's not true. This game is amazing from beginning to end. I love it, and it starts off. It even shows you footage from 7, where 7 ended at. It shows you the footage on here, and it starts up from the end of 7. Amazing. You can watch this. So if you haven't played through 7, don't worry about it. And you just want to play 8 because it shows you the ending or features from 7 starting into 8. Crazy. So this game is amazing, guys. Get it. Love you. I can't stop talking about it, so I'm gonna get on off of here because I can't shut up. All right, love you guys, man. You guys stay safe, man. Put God first because he's always gonna put you guys first, you know what I mean? But like I was saying, Resident Evil 8 from Man Gamer is a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I can't stop saying that enough. If you guys don't got this game, go get it. It's worth it, man. I didn't give my review, like I said earlier in this show. I didn't give my review earlier in one of my other shows because I hadn't beat this game yet. I didn't want to give a half-ass because you got some people. You got some people. Hold on one second. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi, Spencer.
Hey, how you doing?
This is your auntie, okay?
Hey. Hold on one second. I'm doing a show right now. Let me get off the show, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on one second. So you guys go out and get the game, man. Resident Evil 8 is amazing. Go get the game, enjoy it. Tell your friends about it. You guys support this. We need to support more good things like this. I love you guys. You guys be safe and take care of yourselves and your family. Stay away from that coronavirus. All right, guys. Peace.